Hey yo, what to do YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10 aka AMR10, and what I got for you today is some more NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Now the build video we have for you today happens to be none other than the best Kevin Durant build on all of NBA 2K23 Next Gen. And for those of you who know, the man himself got traded to the Phoenix Suns, or should I say demanded a trade, which landed him in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker as the starting small forward. Now he is right-handed and has decided to go back to the jersey number 35. Height-wise, this is the biggest controversy with KD because he technically is listed at about 6'10" when most people say he's clear 7 feet. And when you see pictures of him with people like DeMarcus Cousins, it shows he clearly is. Weight-wise, we left it at 225 pounds because apparently that's his measured weight. And he apparently has a wingspan of about 7'4". Now, when it comes to body shape, this really does not affect the build in any way. However, outside of how it looks when you're playing, which is why I always say go with something along the lines of compact or solid, just because those two don't look as clunky, whereas something as defined will always look clunky no matter how the game looks. Now, before we get into the skill breakdown for this build, I do gotta say a special thank you to all of you for all the support you've been showing to the channel, whether that's watching videos, liking videos, hitting that subscribe button, or dropping comments. Most specifically, I gotta say thank you for the support you showed to the John Morant spin the wheel to make my build video, because yeah, it was great to see that people enjoyed it, and we will be releasing an episode 2 soon. But I do gotta say, if you like today's content and you want to see more content like it, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. We are trying to get at least 30 likes on this thing. If you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as turning post notifications on. And most importantly of all, drop a comment down below telling me what you think about the build, whether you like it, hate it, anything you change about it, as well as any other possible builds you'd want to see me make. And something new I gotta say is, join the Discord. We have made a Discord just because it has been requested and I figured we might as well do it. In there we will be discussing a lot of things like builds, the NBA, sports, everything in life. You can even talk to me about your general life and get some advice, even though it might be terrible. But yeah, feel free to join the Discord. The link will be down below in the description or in the comment section. Now getting straight into this build, first things first, let's get the physicals out the way. We decided to put the speed all the way up to a 78 and put the acceleration all the way up to a 73 because those are the maxes we could get on the build, whilst giving it an 86 when it came to the stamina and a 70 when it came to the vertical. Now the reason for going with a 70 on the vertical was because we were not aiming to get elite contact dunks just because it's KD. Like, he can bang it on people, but KD's not been known as the most uber athletic player in our league. Now, strength-wise, this went to a 57, but that's mainly because this build is a defensive phenom, and when we increase the defense, it increases the strength. Now, as I said, we did go with an 86 on the driving dunk to get gold limitless takeoff, aerial wizard, as well as silver posterizer, and have the capabilities of getting pro contact dunks on this build. Then to tie it up, we decided to go with an 82 on the driving layup just because it does allow us the capabilities of getting that extra badge point to pair up with Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, Silver Finisher, and Slithery Finisher. And then on the close shot, you always got to go with a 76 because it allows you to get that silver fast twitch, which is necessary on builds that find themselves inside quite a bit. Now, if I'm you, don't run Giant Slayer because, as I said, it boosts the shot percentage for a layup attempt when mismatched against a taller defender and reduces the possibility of getting blocked. You're 6'10". The only people taller than you are 6'11" and above, and yeah, you might run into a center, but at that point, slap on Posterizer and hope to bang it on his head. Now, if I am you with the +4 you get from my career, I'd slap +2 of them here, actually +1 of them here, just so that you can corp, fast twitch, slap on Posterizer, and then obviously get the tier 1s and tier 2s how you want. I'd probably put on Slithery Finisher, Masher, Fearless Finisher, and Limitless Takeoff. But that's just me. Now, shooting-wise, as KD is one of the greatest shooters we will ever see in the game, we have to respect the build. So we maxed out the mid-range jump shot at an 87 and maxed out the 3-ball at an 86. As you see, that allows us to get a grand total of 26 total shooting badges, as well as a 76 free throw, just because I do know some of you will be wanting to take, I say will be, you will be taking this build into the rec as well as the Pro-Am, in which case you will need a free throw because nobody likes a guy who can't shoot him. Now, as you do see, this does allow us to get gold blinders, gold catch and shoot, corner specialist, and green machine, as well as silver agent 3, silver deadeye, and silver limitless range, and everything else being at Hall of Fame. If you're me, the other +2 badge points you get from my career, honestly, I'd put +1 here, probably slap on something along the lines of blinders. I'd core blinders. Nah, I wouldn't even put +1 here. I'd core blinders, put on limitless range, and then from there, it's a matchup of the tier 1s and tier 2s that you want. Obviously, you got to go with something along the lines of Hall of Fame Claymore and Space Creator, just because those two are two incredible badges in my personal opinion. Guard up is something that you might want, but hey, all up to you. And then Agent 3s if you really want to get sticky with it. Now, on the playmaking side of things, he's not the greatest player. Let me not make such a false statement. He is a really good playmaker for his height and size, but he's not the likes of LeBron in them. So we decided to go with a 79 when it came to the playmaking, to the ball handle, just because we can't get an 85, which allows us to get that gold quick first step, but a 79 does allow us to get silver. Pass accuracy wise, we decided to push this all the way up to an 80 just because KD does have the ability to move the ball around, and then when it comes to the speed with the ball, we maxed this out at a 69. Now obviously, quick first step also depends on post control, and as you see, if you can get your post control to a 94, you can get this at gold. However, I would personally not burn the points just because they're a lot, and that also leads into my next thing of the reason we didn't go with a post control was because post control only matches how you move around in the post. For your ability to shoot fade out of the post, that's dependent on your mid-range, which is why we maxed it out. Now, as you can see, we do get to finish with 18 total playmaking badge points. Again, if you're me, I would core. See, this is where it gets a little bit sticky, because if you really wanted to, you could core Dimer. Nah, you don't even core Dimer. You're not a point guard. I'd core Needle Threader, slap on Unplukable at Silver, quick first step, and then it's all a decision of how you want to do it. I would personally, 1, 2, 3, with how cheap they are at tier 1, you want to get these. As a 6'10 powerful, as a 6'10 small forward, you want to run these with how cheap they are. These are the badges I'd go for when it comes to getting badges to start off with. I'd go with quick first step, clamp breaker, killer combos, and hyperdrive all maxed out, which will give you 10. And then obviously I'd core needle threader, slap on Unplukable, which will give you 16. And then with the remaining 2, it's up to you how you want to do it. I'd slap on handles for days at bronze and then probably slap on floor general at bronze, but that's just me. Now defensively, this is where the build really stands out because on the inside, we decided to give him an 82 on the interior defense, meaning that it is hard for people to get by you, as well as with that Hall of Fame workhorse, it's really hard for people to chase down loose balls over you. Pause. Perimeter defense, put this up to a 79 to get that silver challenger and bronze clamps combo, even though we can't get it due to his height. When it came to the steal, you always got to go with a 78 just because it does allow you to get that silver interceptor and bronze glove. On the block side of things, decided to go with the 78 as well, just because we did want the extra badge count, plus the 75 does allow us the capabilities of getting that gold chase down artist. And then of course, the offensive rebound, we decided to put this higher than the defensive at an 85. Key thinking here was you'll find yourself in more situations where you're fighting for the offensive board, and then we put the defensive rebound at a 73 because yeah, you will need it a little bit. Now as you can see with the setup being the way it is, it allows you to get a grand total of 24 defensive badges. If you're me in this situation, core rebound chaser, slap on anchor, and then from there it's your choice. You could slap on pogo sticks. You really could, because you are a 6'10 small forward who might get into the lane. However, for the tier 1s, the way they are, I would literally go I'd max out glove, max out interceptor, max out post lockdown, max out workhorse, max out box out beast, which puts us at a total of 1, 3, 5, 9, 14. Put on challenger, that puts us 18. Yeah, then you can get pogo stick as well to go along with, no, actually, sorry, you've already got anchor, so you wouldn't be able to get pogo stick. But yeah, that puts you at 23. Then with that 1 extra badge point, it's your choice how you want to go with things. You might just want to put on bronze off-ball pest. Now in total, this does mean that we finish with 24, 42, 68, 83 total badge points on this build, and if you include the +4 from my career and the +2 from having completed the previous season's NBA 2K23 Next Gen, that gives you a grand total of 89 total badge points on this year Kevin Durant build. Now for takeover's very first one, I'd go with ankle breaking shots because there is that beautiful clip of him breaking down Daniel Gafford where he just, had that boy laying down. And then for the secondary take, as it is KD, I'd go with Limitless range just because, again, one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen in this league. And yeah, he has the ability to just kill it from deep. Like, one of my clutch memories of KD when I was younger was him against the Dallas Mavericks, running to the sideline, catching the ball, and shooting it over both Dirk and I believe Vince Carter. But yeah, now, what it does give us in the shades of for this build happened to be none other than Hedo Turkoglu, Jason Tatum, Michael Porter Jr. The honest truth of it is, Hedo Turkoglu, I see it because of the defensive side of the ball. That's why I gave him to us. Jason Tatum and Michael Porter Jr. are ironically close enough to KD in the fact of all 3 of them have the same sort of play style, except for KD's just way better than both. In that all 3 of them are walking buckets from anywhere on the floor, and all 3 of them can play defense somewhat. And they're all paused, but really long, like lengthy mother. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, which if you did, don't forget to do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as turning post notifications on. And lastly but not least, don't forget to drop a comment down below telling me what other builds you want to see on the channel, as well as any benefits or critiques you have of this build. And actually, the last thing, don't forget to join the Discord because I will be in there a lot. This is where you'll be able to interact with me as frequently as you want and keep up to date with the channel. But yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.